Sam, I'm going to have to contradict you there because the Shadow Realm has enough space for anyone who's going to be sent in there, and it is not a permanent death sentence. In fact, it is more of a immortality sentence where you are just stuck inside a realm where you cannot die, and you may wish for death, but it will never come no matter what you do.
I'm not playing into this. I'm still mad about what I was originally mad about.
You're no selling the Shadow Realm?
No, the problem, you can't just, okay. Sometimes people just get kicked in the face. And it's cool to say, what a cool kick to the face this was. You don't have to say that the soul left their body. You can just say details of the match. Also, that dude's got like a weird in-home theater situation with an unattended concession stand. And I think about it a lot.
Wait, like the guy in the basement with TV just has like a popcorn cart?
Like a separate room with stale candy on racks and a popcorn popper.
And that's a bad thing, or it's just a...
It's confounding. Why would you do that?
Now, is it notch levels of sad candy room?
No, I can't say that because this person, one, hasn't expressed reprehensible views, so I haven't made it that much my mission to understand why I hate him. Mm-hmm. But also, it doesn't seem to be wall-to-wall candy and popcorn.
Mm-hmm. It's just sort of this might have been a good decoration idea at some point, but the logistics of it are not worth it. I mean, what if they were all just empty boxes adding to the feeling of?
Then they should have decorated it so it looked like this wasn't a movie theater that was last renovated in like 2003 IMO.
Sorry, now I'm just thinking about that scene in Die Hard where one of the henchmen like goes behind the small candy counter that for whatever reason is in Nakatomi Tower and just like grabs a bar of candy to start eating during the shootout.
Why was there a snack bar in the middle of the...
It's a big tower. Like, the companies that I've worked at that have, like, headquarter buildings will just have, like, convenience stores, so you don't necessarily need to go out if you need a snack.
Okay, no, yeah.
But it's also, like, a bit more approachable and human, I guess, than a simple vending machine.
Yeah, you can play into your own sort of corporate branding and not pure completely soulless. This is really good intro content.
Mm-hmm. And remember the building from Gremlins 2? Grinders! Hell, 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 grinders!
Okay. So clearly,
I was waiting for you to...
Yeah, clearly if no one interrupted you, you're going to keep going.
just continue on.
I was in choir in high school, and that's 30% of my personality.
So we open at the penthouse suite of an impossibly large building. An elevator, the indicator light above an elevator door is ticking upwards. And finally, it reaches the number... That can't be right. Does that say 666?
What?
Oh my God.
We open the elevator doors to see our heroes, or the closest thing we've got, the Hell Grinders. And confronting them on the other side of the door is the scent of sulfur and burning metal, like heated metal. And the Archangel Michael swings his sword towards you as if the opening part of his fight animation in Soul Calibur. And he says, "How did you get here?" And then we smash, cut, we're back. We're at the beginning of this mission. You've all just been told by our good friend Manny Video that you've all just been sent by Manny Video onto a speeding bullet train. And from one of the windows, we can see this huge skyscraper that stacks all the way beyond the sky. And we see via STRATTI, we see SPACEHOG.
Yes, SPACEHOG 64. Yes.
My favorite video game.
Yes.
And we see normal man Luke Herr as they are charged down the aisles by cyborg locusts, the 8th plague. They're swarming and buzzing and shouting at you in weird harmonious choir noises. There's 2 swarms of them. Via STRATTI, what did you do to take out one of them?
To take out one of them.
The swarms.
Yes.
The clouds of cyber locusts.
These clouds of cyber locusts
filling the train car.
She uses her weapon of choice, this golden fiddle, one off the devil himself, to play a note which causes the cyborg locusts to almost fry from the inside, thanks to the weapon tags, which at this time, I'm just picking one, would have been electrified. So all of the little locusts inside are frying.
Yeah, and you see like lightning arc from one locust to the other as it just totally fries them, burning them to a crisp. It's kind of, if it weren't for all the metal bits, you could get a little protein from there. That'd be some crispy little guys.
Fried them nice and fresh.
Luke, how did you get the swarm of cyber locusts to the rear of you?
So, not me. Luke Herr, the character, is just trying to start a conversation about the movie Bullet Train, one of the last things that he saw before he died, like one of the last 10 films, probably. And while he's trying to have this conversation with 2 people who may not understand movies, and especially not the comedy action movie that Bullet Train was, he's just blasting nails out of his hands.
Yes.
And impaling some of these locusts.
Yeah, slowly but surely we're seeing the cloud get thinned out as locust after locust is nailed to the wall. And you hear Latin every time the nails strike.
They just say, "Mias ursa mortuum."
Charging forward is SPACEHOG, and in the next car, you are confronted with the Blood Valkyrie, a 12-foot tall warrior queen. Her beauty is not just radiated in how she looks, but how she charges towards you with a 6-foot buster sword looking ass coming right for you. What did you do?
I hurled my massive, what it was like a dragon, my corrosive dragon tooth right at her face as she's coming toward me.
Yeah, I think we get a camera shot from behind her, just a smoking. It's cauterized, so it's a little tasteful,
right?
But also, what's left of her face is disintegrating. This acrid smoke rises. That is a 2-harm broadsword that is now on the ground. If anyone wanted to pick that up, but otherwise,
not I.
It has no tags.
It is leeching.
Ooh. I'm going to swap out the 2-harm mace with this 2-harm broadsword.
You pick up this broadsword and immediately are confronted with a scream, a choral battle cry. Why, you must be foolish if you thought Blood Valkyries traveled alone. Luke, you're now confronted by a battle sister. What do you do? What did you do?
Oh, well, I took this 2-harm broadsword that I have called the David Leech after the director of the hit movie Bullet Train. And I went and just stabbed them through and said, "Try traveling to the bathroom in hell as a group. and then stab the sword forward
Excellent.
using my 4 hands.
Yeah, that's something we should all acknowledge, is that Luke has 4 hands, and we love that. We think that's so great.
It is.
It's incredible.
I can slap my ass twice as effectively.
Manny Video rings in your ears through an implant in the base of your spines, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep the next car should be the navigation. We'll just need you to get in there, and from there you can actually just redirect it right up to where Michael's hiding.
Which Michael?
The Archangel Michael.
Oh, okay.
We discussed this back in the, that's fine.
Well, I didn't know if there was another Michael. I mean,
no, I really need to get over this sort of thing because you're cannon fodder. Anyway, next car, please.
Did you guys hear that? We're Captain Fodder. That's awesome.
I don't think that's exactly.
We got promotions.
Oh boy.
You break into the navigation car and it looks empty, except, well, blinking, you'll miss it. There's some sort of electrical gremlin that's jumping between all of the equipment, not just the instruments and navigational devices, but, well, it's coming right for your gear.
Oh.
Via Stratti, what did you do to take out the werewolf? WARE, because...
oh my god. Oh, well, in this case, I don't think directly attacking it would do much, so she takes another strum of her instrument of this golden fiddle and uses power chords to stun and confuse this werewolf.
Yeah, excellent. You sort of find the frequency that this werewolf is operating on and sort of disrupt it, harmonize, and then whatever you use dissonance, and it sounds really bad, but it explodes. Now, as
just explodes this werewolf.
It looks like it's as it jumps out, you catch it, and it's a silhouette of scan lines, but then it's a silhouette of fucking nothing because it died. Via Stratti and Luke start fixing the navigation and sort of redirecting the train, which is slowly, you're realizing, not on any track, but more, you hear behind you giggling.
Giggling?
Why, you'd almost describe that laughter as cherubic, but what you're confronted with is no little naked ass baby with a quiver of arrows. No. What you see is a goat man with 4 wings and 3 faces, but also, yes, lots and lots of arrows. He's charging right for the group. SPACEHOG, how did you protect them?
I protected them by dropping my sword and grabbing each of the goat heads with my bare hands and just yanking them apart.
Yes, excellent. Slowly but surely, this thing goes from having 3 faces to 2 to 1 to less than 1 to negative. And as you get into the systems, the train starts lifting upwards. The gravity, you barely notice it. Now you're at a right angle. You're perpendicular from the ground, rising straight up, and a door appears on what was once the ground. And you hear elevator music.
Dun, 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 dun. Hell. Dun, 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 dun. Hell. Dun, 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 dun. Hell. Dun, dun, dun. Hell and blood and guts and gore.
And it opens, and we're back where we were at the beginning.
Do we get any health or healing from?
Yeah, I mean, you guys should be at full health. That's my bad.
Okay.
Full health, full resources after the last mission.
Hot dog.
And we're just jamming through.
We had a bit of a moment on that elevator ride.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. Michael is like, oh, so that is how you got here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. That's how we're explaining it to you right now. Anyway, prepare for battle.
I am always prepared. And his voice booms and echoes throughout the floor. You see the skyline go dark and then red. It's full-on eclipse mode outside. And we're going to start the battle now. We are using Hellgrinders, which is the Leuven system, which means all of you get an action. You'll do some rolls, and then I'll do stuff when you're all done.
Mm-hmm. And what are we looking for again on dice rolls? Because it's been a few weeks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So On your turn, if you do anything that has a chance of failure, that counts as an action. When you make an action, you will roll the number of d6 indicated by your relevant stat, and then report the highest result. Your powers, you can use any amount of your powers at any time. It can be retroactively. Those will always succeed. You don't have to roll to use your powers. The room, it's a penthouse suite, but in the middle is an angel made of bones and metal and poison, smoke, acrid. Like, it smells like a relative of SPACEHOG's dragon tooth sword up in here. Flanking Michael, two more of those cherubs, the goat angel men with arrows knocked, and that is what you are currently up against.
Excellent. All right. If I may begin this by giving us all some epic background music with a voice like a horny angel, and immediately give my allies some motivation and also a free reroll on their next turn.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
So that will be 2 from beat, I believe.
That is correct.
And I suppose I will simply attack whoever is closest to me with a...
Yeah. I'd say the cherubs are flanking Michael, but definitely further behind.
Providing covering fire of some sort.
Precisely.
So that Michael will be receiving this attack.
Yeah.
I forget what if I have to roll.
That was going to be savvy. So roll 2d6 and tell me the highest result.
The highest result I got was a 5.
Well, that's going to succeed.
Oh.
Well, what tags do you have?
I don't remember if I changed.
Oh, yeah, you have Electrify and Holy. You just have Holy because it's that got assigned. But yeah, so
yes.
You just have Electrify. Well, unfortunately, you cut the sound cuts through the air, carrying with it sort of an arcing electricity. You see it sort of crawl over Michael's bone metal armor, and he doesn't appear phased. The electricity, however, does arc off and hit one of the cherubs for 1 harm. But unfortunately...
Well, that's something at least.
Yes. Due to Michael's dragon bones, he is immune to all 1 harm weapons.
Oh, no.
Unfortunate for me.
We got to be careful. It's like the song said, Michael does machines.
All right. Well, now I know SPACEHOG is not politically correct, and he does not give a damn about a lack of etiquette. So he is going to throw a motherfucker into another motherfucker. Going to pick up one of the angels and toss it into Michael with needs must. Your aim is as good as any Marines. Damn it. Pick up a nearby enemy and throw them at another enemy close or far. Deals 1 harm to target and 2 to projectile.
Yeah. What I am going to say is that the angels are further back in the room.
Okay.
So give me they're going to try and get you before you can get to them.
Okay.
So I'd say you can do a speed roll if you're going to try and outrun their shots, or like a strength roll if you're just going to chest out. I don't care if you hit me. I'm going to throw you into your boss.
No, yeah, he is a buff boy, and he's going to show off those space pig orc guns.
Yeah.
So 3 6s.
Okay. For 3 6s, all right. Okay. For 3 6s, what I'm going to say is, they get you. They fill you up with arrows, but there's that zoom in shot. We see that your eyes are totally white. There's a flex, and the arrows just ping all the way out of you.
Okay.
You grab one of these cherubs. You use needs must.
Right.
You throwing him at Michael?
Yes, I'm throwing him at Michael.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not a weapon, so I am going to say that Michael does in fact take a harm. Wow, what if I was tracking all of these HPs?
So that'd be wild. That's the deal.
Did you want to throw the cherub who did already get hit by a little lightning or not? Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna say we'll reduce the number of cherubs here.
Okay. That cherub is looking pretty bad. You would say not even half as good as he's felt at the start. Michael seems annoyed more than anything else.
Okay.
He definitely took a damage, but
it wasn't a lot, right?
No.
And now I am in the thick of things, and there are like other cherubs around me, right?
Yeah, there's one other cherub, and you did use your action, but you could use a power at this point.
I'm going to use Bloody Arc. You cleave your enemies with great bloody swings of your weapon, deal 1 harm to all nearby enemies.
Okay, well, that's going to just be 1, but you do still do it. And one of these cherubs has taken 1 damage, the other has taken 3. Michael has taken 1. Luke, you're the last player to act.
Yeah, I'm going to start off by saying, all right, cowabunga, Michael. Catch these size, as I'm going to use a Crucifixorius. So I get to roll 1d6. And that is a 3 exactly, so they all take 2 harm apiece.
Okay. So here's what happens. One of the cherubs you hit with the nails, and from behind it, the spectral cross does appear, which you now understand means that thing is dead. It is now posted up like a trophy.
Hot dog.
One of the other cherubs, not one of the other cherub, didn't like that. It's looking about as bad as the other one did at the start of this turn.
Well, then I am going to introduce that to the David Leach.
Are you swinging on him?
Yeah. My highest is a 5.
Okay, yeah. You definitely kill this cherub. What does it look like as you cleave him in twain?
It's like I'm directing Deadpool with this thing. And then I slice him in half. And I think the camera just like zooms in really close so you can see the top half of it slide off of the bottom half. And I'm on the other side holding, and Luke is on the other side holding the sword.
Michael looks at you specifically and he says, "What is this Deadpool?"
I thought you were supposed to be the party dude. Or no, you make tech. I never understood which of the Ninja Turtles were which.
They're color-coded.
Yeah, but I never got... Like, if we were fighting a girl one, I'd know that was Venus de Milo.
They are ordered not unlike God's legions. As he gets this last part out, sulfur belches throughout the room. Everyone takes 1 harm.
Mamma mia.
Uh-oh.
So Luke is probably no, you're both okay.
I feel like I killed the last one, but the one that SPACEHOG ripped probably would have brought some distance in. So I'm fine being closest.
No, I think you're both equidistant, which is too bad because you're both going to be targeted by Michael's meteoric iron.
Ooh.
He fetches from his back an impossibly large, and it seems to be formed from pieces of his armor, like hand cannon. Truly a literal version of the descriptor. This is not just a large revolver. This is firing a meteor-sized cannonball at you.
Master Splinter said you don't use guns.
Great. So unless you try and get out of the way, you can give me a roll, but he's about to fire at both SPACEHOG and Luke.
And you both get your extra reroll.
Yes.
So that would be a speed to try and get out of the way, or could I try and move the gun so I don't get caught up in it?
You want to try and charge him, push the gun out of the way.
Make him miss. Yeah.
All right. What I'm going to say is that SPACEHOG is now no longer going to be affected by this. But if this goes bad, it's going to go so bad for you.
Bring it.
Yeah. Roll strength.
Highest is a 6, baby.
Yeah. At a 6, lay your 4 hands on this cannon, and that probably helps you move it out of the way. The heat is still searing. You take 2 harm.
Burn 2 of your...
I'm going to use Armored Saint.
Okay.
All damage taken this turn retroactively is also undone.
Yeah. We hear a choir of angels briefly, and blood and dirt lifts from everyone's person. But Michael grumbles, "It's out of tune." And you start to hear, as he mentions this, a rising chorus. Surely more legions are not far behind, but for right now, it seems to be just you all and Michael in the room. The next turn begins.
Since I'm closest, I can go first.
Sure.
The holy humming makes Luke remember he heard about a secret chord that David played before the Lord, and it goes na 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 na, and he says just na 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 na, and then it's going to stab into him with the David Leach. The highest one I got there is a 4. The reroll only lasted 1 round, correct?
Yeah.
It's on your next turn. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that would have been it.
Okay.
Well, then with a 4, you get your 2 harm on him.
Mm-hmm.
He holds his sword low, and so as you come in for your stab, he gets you back. I'll say that with the fact that it's leeching, it all sort of zeroes out because he does 2 harm with his sword. You do 2 harm with yours, so you heal that back. Is it full?
Yeah, I'm back up. I'm full.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, equal to harm telt. Equal to that Nobel Prize is yours.
Yes, it is.
All right.
And then I don't really have a power that's helpful.
Okay. Via STRATTI, SPACEHOG, the floor is yours.
All right. I am going to use my power of Shatter. Make the ground quake with a devastating attack that destroys the environment around you. Deal 2 harm to all near enemies and 1 harm to all close enemies. So I am going to lift up a big meaty leg and slam it down on the ground as hard as I can.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you get close to...
Yes.
So he's going to... You see part of his armor start to crack. You hear an exacerbated sigh. Clearly, this is still more annoying than anything else. As you crack the floor, you see what looks like flesh start to seep up through it.
All right. I am going to stab Michael with my dragon tooth sword. So you said his armor's cracking, right?
Yeah.
Let's blow that fucker wide open.
Make it happen. Roll 3.
Ooh, 3 and a 1.
Ooh, with a 3, I mean, you still succeed.
Right.
So you're going to do 2 harm and it's corrosive. Yeah, as you get close to him, he breathes in your direction, and if you thought your little dragon tooth sword was stinky, smelly, corrosive, this is worse. You take 1 damage and will take another damage on your next turn.
Okay. Still doing okay.
All right, via STRATTI.
All right, let me see if I can change the tag on my weapon real fast to something that might help me a little more.
Absolutely.
Which I can do. I roll 2d6 to see what I get randomly.
Yeah, that's what we were doing before. You can always choose because that's what your power says, but...
Oh, yeah, I can actually choose it. I thought I had to do random.
No, we were just running it last time.
It was working last time. But in this case, let me actually see what I can do if I add Infernal to my...
Yeah, that seems right.
...repertoire. So I'm doing both Holy and Infernal, which seems like I just hit kind of everything across the spectrum.
Yes.
2 damage regardless.
Yeah.
but swapping over my tag, and then I will take... What was I gonna... It said that there were guys supposedly coming, or it sounded like people were coming, but right now it's only Michael in here. Correct?
Yeah, it's just Michael in there. That flesh that started to seep up through the floor, you can kind of sense that that's where the chorus is coming from.
I see. Well, then let us shred the ribbons.
Yeah.
Which will unleash a brutal solo, inflict 1 harm on all close and near enemies. So I don't know if the flare counts quite yet, but...
It bleeds and screams. It didn't like what you just did. I'm going to say since I pointed it out and then you directed something.
Any ally who can hear me restores 1 energy.
Yeah, but give me that savvy to see if you hit. Oh no, that's shred to ribbons. Duh. So that, yeah, he just takes that.
To shreds, you say?
To shreds. That's another one of my beats down, and in this case I would like to try and move to a slightly more advantageous position. I don't exactly need to be close to everybody, but if the floor is cracking, there's some situation going on with that. Don't like that exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I would say staying closer to the door, the elevator door, where you entered, is probably for the best.
Okay.
There's still like a fissure of flesh between you and Michael. Something might happen there, but you did just shred it to ribbons and it didn't like that. And yeah, you still have an action to go.
Excellent. Well, if I have another action, I might as well just do a basic attack, I suppose. And
yeah, now that you've got that infernal tag, that'll...
Yeah. I can actually do something.
Then give me a savvy.
So my top roll is a 5 again.
All right, yeah. So we hear that sort of angelic choir, but now it's joined by a death metal growl.
Coming from my strings.
And Michael's armor chips and cracks. He looks about half as good as he did at the start of the fight. And if you thought he was annoyed before, he's just plain PO'd now.
His sauce is really horsey.
Looks like somebody didn't enjoy that one.
I'm not built to enjoy. I serve.
But you're the party dude.
And he looks at you, Luke, and again just breathes. It fills the room. Everyone takes 1 harm.
Okay.
Oof. All right.
It sort of clouds everyone's vision, and via STRATTI, by the time yours returns, in between you and Michael is a flesh bud.
Bud.
This is the celestial cyst. It's throbbing. It's like the size of a sofa.
Disgusting, really.
It's coming out of the floor. You get the feeling that it's not just here in front of you, but possibly surrounding you in like a colony polyp situation.
That'll have to be dealt with soon.
As you sort of say that, it pulses, and the sound just hits you right in your chest. And then your ears.
Oof.
You've been deafened. I'm going to say use of any of your powers is actually going to require 1 roll next turn. I'm not going to make it fail, but stuff is going to go weird if you don't do well. Like, you can use your powers next turn.
But I'm going to have to roll for it.
Yeah. And no matter what, you'll do the thing, but then more stuff will happen.
Oh boy. Ooh, boy.
Michael turns to SPACEHOG, and just a big overhead Siegfried / nightmare / you could try to block this with one of your weapons or get out of the way.
I'm gonna try to do a barrel roll.
All right, give me a speed.
Okay. 2. I rolled a 6 and a 2.
All right, you get out of the way. You have avoided harm.
I actually do an aileron roll. That's how good I do the barrel roll.
The room is now Michael and 1 celestial cyst. Michael's so mad.
Dude is pissed.
Who wants to go first this round?
Should we resolve what happens to me when I'm deafened? I'm rather curious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm fascinated too.
Well, I don't really like the position I'm in, but I'm going to give one of my powers a try, and I'm going to try and give my compatriots a bit of assistance with another voice like a horny angel.
Okay.
Aww.
That will give everybody another reroll if this goes well.
Oh, it will definitely do that, but give me a savvy roll, and I'll tell you what else happens.
Oh boy, all right, a savvy roll. That's a 3 and a 6.
It succeeds. No problem. You get that little ringing in your ear. It's just as cheesy as in the movies or in the opening cinematic of a video game, and now you all of a sudden have control of your character
After getting flashbanged into the actual game.
Yeah. Yes.
Ain't that a kick in the head?
It succeeds. Everyone's got a reroll.
Okay.
Everyone has another
Thank
reroll. With this whole situation, I suppose I might as well also attack specifically at this cyst as best as I can.
Yeah, hit me with another savvy.
Another savvy. This one has gone worse. This is a 3 to 4, but I can use my reroll.
Yes.
That is a 5.
All right. With the 5, you play your note. The cyst screeches with a voice that comes both from the bud in front of you, but also everywhere else. All right, SPACEHOG, Luke.
Yeah. I see there's a giant cyst there. Or Luke sees that there's a giant cyst there, and it's like, my mom said you're not supposed to, lance these things, but she was wrong about religion. And I've got a big fucking sword. And so Luke is going to impale it with the David Leech. That is a 6 at the top.
All right, you succeed. The cyst explodes.
Hot dog!
There's more screeching, more ruptures across the room. You can see flesh starting to bubble up in other places. Clearly more are on the way.
Ooh, we got a pimple party coming up here. Buddies,
Yep.
Let me give you a hand, and I'm going to cast Holy Aura, or Luke is going to cast Holy Aura. So, regain 1 harm.
Okay.
And also, I think when I point to both of y'all, you also get clean again.
Okay.
Yeah, all the nasty, because it wasn't just blood coming out of that thing.
Oh, gross.
It was gushing lots of stuff.
It's a black opalescent patina.
Mm-hmm.
It's a slurry.
Eeh.
Space Hog.
All right, let's see. I'm kind of running low on rage, so there's not a whole lot I can do right now, but I think I'm just going to go right up and gut the Archangel. His armor's got to be like busting out right now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Let's see if we can find any soft, supple flesh to pierce. 5, 4, 3.
With a 5, yeah, you find some supple ass flesh.
Yeah.
You can get the feeling that stabbing him over and over again with this corrosive tooth is effective, and the effect of the corrosion is building as you go.
Okay, good.
He chokes, and you can feel rage come out of his body. You get 3 rage. In fact, everyone gets 3 of their energy.
Yeah.
This round.
Ooh.
Hot dog.
Michael looks to the ceiling and curses in an old forgotten language. Again, the sulfurous stink fills the room. Everyone takes 1 harm. 2 more cysts appear, one from the ceiling. The other, it looks like it's bursting in through the window. Before you even know it, that red eclipse skyline had been overtaken by flesh. And Michael is going to look you right in the eye, SPACEHOG 64, and then raise his gun and point it towards STRATTI.
Uh-oh.
Give me a speed roll, see if you can dodge it.
Yeah, all right.
Let's see.
Or SPACEHOG, if you want to put yourself in the line of fire, you can try and knock the cannon out.
All right. I'm going to put my big beefy bot on the line. So what would I roll?
Okay. Yeah, roll. Give me a strength roll.
All right.
And if this goes wrong, it's going wrong.
Okay. Is voice like a horny angel still in effect?
It is. That's still the same turn.
All right. Good to know. A 6, a 5, and a 3.
All right, for a 6, for a 6, you still take 2 damage as the burning iron stings your hands. But greater damage has been deflected. The cannon shot sails right through the window. The flesh squeals. In fact, I'm going to say he accidentally takes out one of his own flesh cysts. So there's only 1 cyst.
He took out the window.
Hey, Space Hog, that's using your head.
This is the down with cyst train.
Boo, 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 boo. Next round started. Boo. Michael looks like shit.
I'll start off this round then. So hopefully I don't finish him off, but someone else can come in. I want to slide on some of that cyst goo and then just go and try and impale him on the David Leach. That is a 6 top.
Yep.
Radical.
You rolled that was strength, yeah?
Yep.
Can you just give me a quick savvy roll as well? Because you said you're sliding down. I want to see if you do it well.
Oh, no, that is I rolled double ones.
Okay, so you slip and slide your way towards him. You are covered in nasty cyst goo.
Oh, yeah, because I didn't get to heal myself, or I didn't get to clean myself with the healing.
Mm-hmm. But you do run Michael through. You successfully get another 2 harm in on him.
And he's still up?
Yeah, he's still up, but he is coughing up blood.
And there's also 1 more cyst in here?
There's 1 more cyst in here.
When I am right up next to him with the sword, I'm going to use another Crucifixorius. I rolled 2, so that is as many targets as there are, so that's 2 more damage.
Okay. Oh man, Michael looks so bad. The cyst looks only a little worse than Michael. Via STRATTI SPACEHOG.
Then in that case, let me try to hit everybody once more with a round of Shred the Ribbons. Another brutal solo should be able to hit both all close and near enemies. So the cyst and Michael should be taking a bit of a lashing here.
The cyst looks deflated, but still pulsing. Michael is coughing. You can see that the corrosion has almost overtaken his form. As he's battle damaged now, you can see that no one could say where armor ends and he begins. SPACEHOG.
Ooh, okay. Are there any flesh cysts left?
It looks really bad.
Okay. All right. So while I have some rage left, I'm going to start with needs must and hurl the cyst at Archangel.
Okay. So what happens when you do that is, how do I want to?
I feel like that need to be a strength check to rip that out.
No. here's the thing. It's power and he can just do it. Everyone's doing really bad right now. So this is the last action of combat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of how gross this looks.
Oh, especially because I'm like right up there.
Yeah.
I'm going to get slimed. You can't do that on television.
Yeah, no, you rip off this bud, you throw it at Michael, and I mean, not only is there this water balloon slime effect, but Michael is corroding, falling apart. The flesh sort of mixes with him. He mixes with the floor, with the flesh that's leaking in through the windows. It's all falling apart. It's all really bad. It looks so nasty. Oh man, guys. Oh, that's gross. Ew. And as flesh and necrosis and putrefaction overtake your senses, you're back in the boring carpeted room.
Let's take a moment to breathe.
With our good buddy.
Slightly fresher air.
SPACEHOG looks just stern as fuck. Like he's not even fazed by the gross slime explosion that just happened. He's just like, job well done.
And that's the screen that appears over his face as the score and ranking information racks up. Job well done.
All the scores rolling up.
Got the high score.
What bonuses do we get for our high scores?
Fucking nothing.
Oh.
You get the next episode.
Okay, I thought we got like another stat bonus because we beat another boss.
What you get is the choice between either a stat increase of 2 to 1 stat, or getting an additional power.
Ooh. I'm going to get that stat increase. I'm still slow as hell. Now I'm more savvy. And we'll find out the rest next time on RPG Pals Club. You've been listening to RPG Pals Club. I'm Luke, your game master. You can find this podcast at rpgpals.club or on our Twitter, which is RPG Pals Club. We hope that you have enjoyed this return to Waterdeep Dragon Heist as we are getting close to the end of Gary's vision. It's only taken us 56 episodes? No, 57. Yeah, 56 or so episodes to get to the big finale.
10 days and 56 episodes.
Yeah. So look forward to what is coming up in the future.
I'm curious to whatever it is.
More guns. We all get a gun.
It's just Shadowrun now.
Campaign 2, we get guns.
Even Barry.
Bow, bow. I have plans and thoughts.
All right.
Yeah. So look forward to that. Leave us reviews. You know the whole spiel. It means a lot. Also, like, if you enjoy the podcast, let us know on Twitter. And yeah, Luke, your game master, can be found on Twitter at Koltreg. That's KOLTREG. I have a bunch of podcasts that are wrapped up, but also like the Exiled Annual is coming up soon. I did a Fallout Columbus set podcast where it sounds like that is also going to get a New Game Plus style sequel to it. And yeah, follow me on Twitter at Koltreg and check out all the shit that I do.
I'm Sam. You can find me on Twitter at Frunding_Loom. It's FROONDING_LOOM. And that's all I got to plug.
I'm Madison. I've been playing Koyos. And you can find me on Twitter at QuipsterRikuru, Rikuru spelled RIKURU. And pretty much everything I do will be linked through there. So, you know, it's a hub of sorts. Have fun.
I've been Eric, a.k.a. Rhythm Bastard. You can find me on my website, rhythmbastard.rocks. Rock so hard I had to put it in the URL. You can also support me monthly by going to my Patreon at patreon.com/rhythmbastard. I record new music, I record covers, and hopefully a visual novel that's going to act as sort of a prequel to this little campaign we've been doing. You can also support me by going to my Bandcamp page at rhythmbastard.bandcamp.com or on my Threadless store at shop.rhythmbastard.rocks.
I'm Gina Dazer. I'm on Twitter occasionally at adaser, ADASER. I'm working on some pretty big projects right now, but mostly in the physical space. Look forward to those in the future. And just take care of yourselves, show care for yourselves and others, and have some cocoa. 'Tis the season.
Hi, I'm Sahoni. You can find me on Twitter at Sahoni_stuff. That's SAHONI_stuff, where you can see me talk about my other podcast, Barking Points Memo, which is a semi-weekly current events comedy podcast where we look at the news and scream, but in a funny way. You can also find links to my shop, bramblewolfgames.itch.io, because my game is finally launched. That's right, you can go get Exceptionals, a game about community, activism, and kinetic I-beams right now. It's been selling pretty well. I'm currently working on a setting book for it with some extra protocols for more character options, which you can support the development of on my Patreon, which is Bramblewolf Games on Patreon. I have community copies if you are a marginalized person or a person for whom the $15 would be too much of a burden for. And you can even sponsor extra community copies through tips and support on my Patreon.
And that kind of wraps things up. Thank you. Welcome back to the entire party being together. Thank you again to Jen Overstreet for stepping in on the previous arc. And keep an eye out. Keep healthy. Keep safe. Keep happy as much as possible. And thank you for listening. Catch you on the flip mode.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.